Hi guys, this is Jason with VosperTechCenter.com. We've already built our computer. We've hooked everything up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the computer on and go into our BIOS. We're going to do a couple configuration changes, and we're going to make sure everything gets recognized in the BIOS. As you see, everything's turning on. It's going to work just fine. And so to get to the BIOS on this one is delete. Just keep hitting delete on this computer anyway. A lot of computers are different, F8, F2, F11. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go down right here. And we're going to look to see. It does recognize SATA 1, that is our hard drive. SATA 2, the next one down, is going to be our DVD player. We're going to go over to the boot menu here, and we're going to change the boot menu for our device. So I actually already changed this, and what we did is I made the CD player our first bootable device, our hard drive our second bootable device, and our third bootable device we don't have one, so I just disabled that. And so if you need to know how to change the values, they're over here on the right hand side of the screen. This one says plus and minus to do that, so that's what we did. So we're going to go through here, and we've got to do some different configurations to make sure everything will go. So we're just going to go right down the list, okay? We're going to make sure those are all set to auto. They are. And we're going to go into cool and quiet. That is enabled. That's good. We don't want to overclock it, so we're not going to overclock it. We'll go down to chipset. Northbridge, memory configuration, everything's good. A memory clock to all DIMMs. Yep, everything looks good on that side. We're going to go down to ECC. That is all good right there. We're going to go into internal graphics. We're just going to take a look at what's going on. That's our primary video. Everything's good in here. There's nothing we're going to change in there. So we're going to go down to onboard device configuration. We're going to go down here. We're not changing anything through here. Those are onboard devices. We're going to go to PCI PNP. We're going to turn plug and play operating system to yes. So to change the values is plus or minus. I'm just going to hit yes. Change that to yes. Get out of here. The USB configuration. Everything is enabled, so we're going to keep everything enabled right there. That's pretty much what we were looking for, was a plug and play. I'll briefly run through this thing real quick just to look to make sure that we have nothing else that we're missing. That's showing all our degrees. Everything's holding great. There's no issues here. We're good. And so we're just going to go ahead and boot right into it right here, right now. And let's see here. We go ahead and hit F10, and that'll allow us to save changes. And so we're just going to hit OK. And now we've saved changes. We're going to go. So now what you're going to need is you're going to need your operating system disk and your motherboard disk. First things first, operating system disk. We went with Windows 7 here. I took the COA off of it, which stands for Certificate of Authenticity. It has the valid key to make it legit. I already stuck it on the computer. You'll notice when you first fire the computer up, you're going to get this error right here. Reboot and select proper boot device or insert media. That's what we're going to do, is insert media. So we open up the DVD CD player, crack the disk out. You can push the middle, grab it with your thumb. Try to touch the disk itself as much as you don't have to, and pop it in. And then once it's in, it just says press any key. We're going to hit any key, and then we're going to go through it. And I won't make you guys suffer through the whole installing of the Windows 7. I'm going to come back once it's done installing, but we're just going to start this here. So basically, this is the first loading screen you're going to see. It just says Windows is loading the files. It's basically taking the files from the disk, putting them in the computer. And this time it's probably a good idea we can take a look at our computer that we have built and just go ahead and take a look at that bad boy. It's a nice looking rig right there. I took the zip ties and I just tied up the wires nice and neat just to get them out. Made sure nothing's rusting on the fan or resting on the power supply. And that's pretty much it. I haven't hooked up any of the external fans yet. There's no point to do that yet. We'll do that once we get everything done up, sewn up. We'll make it look nice and neat. And so we're basically just waiting for Windows to load these files. Hey, it's a good time to plug VosperTechCenter.com. You can go to www.VosperTechCenter.com. You can take a look at some of our computers we have, some of the services we offer. If you're in the Kalinga area, that's where we're at. We do offer wireless internet for the city of Kalinga, and also repair computers and anything that'll come along with it. You can like us on Facebook, VosperTechCenter.com. We have a lot of likes. We also run an online news outlet called KalingaPost.com. You can also go check that out. I'm pretty much running out of filler stuff to talk to. This is the longest and the most boring part of the building of the computer, is just installing the operating system and the drivers. It's just a lot of software work. It's nothing special, and it just takes time. And this is basically what takes time. It only takes about 30 minutes once you get it down to actually build the computer and get it going. This is what takes the remainder of the time. Customers are always like, well, so if I get the computer right now, how long will it take to be done? Well, it's going to take about 30 minutes to an hour to build the thing, but it's going to take a couple hours to get the thing all installed. And so basically what it's going to do right here, it's just going to say starting Windows. It's going to fire up. It's going to have us hit a button or two. Might even not have us hit a button. And it's going to start doing the installation of Windows 7. And so why we do this, I'm not going to make you suffer through this. Why we do this, as soon as we get to a point where anything is happening that we haven't shown you, we're going to, we'll come back. And right here, it's just going to ask us a few things, so we'll go ahead and do this while we got it, okay? Basically just says our English language, yes it is. The time, it's United States, and it's in the U.S. And so we're just going to hit next. And what does it want to do, okay? Now you can go through here, and if you were trying to repair it, of course you can repair the computer, or what to know before installing Windows. You can read all the dummy things you want to. The main thing you're going to want to hit is the Install Now button. That's pretty much your friend. And so you're going to hit the install now, and it's basically going to set up. This will run for, I don't even know how long, depending on how fast the computer is, depending on how fast. So, right here. And so basically, you can read through all this if you want to. I just hit accept and hit next. Very easy, okay? What would you like to do? Would you like to do custom or upgrade? Upgrading a newer version of Windows to keep your file, okay? And then the custom or the advanced option, install a new copy of Windows. Well, we're going to install a new copy of Windows, so we're going to select that one. We're selected. It's going to show us this is our disk. It's got 0 unallocated space. We haven't partitioned it yet, so we're going to select it if it's not already selected, and then we're going to go to next. And this is all the information they need right now, and your computer will restart several times during this installation. So you're basically just going to sit here and wait for this to go. It's going to light all these up green. It may restart a few times. Once this is done, we will come back. We'll get into finishing up the installation of that, maybe removing some bloatware, some crap that comes along with the operating system, and then we'll put the drivers on. We'll explain how important these drivers are. So we'll be back.